The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of rmconair.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
What's up? Just Sports with Sonny Wells. In the house, to my left, Vince. Over there, the historian, Mr. Pierre Daniels, and his sidekick, Doc. All right, fellas, so I just got back from Mission Viejo at the Saddleback Tournament, and I'm here to report LA Trade Tech Beavers are 0-9.
Oh.
Yesterday, we lost the game at the buzzer. We missed the shot, lost by 1 against San Diego City. They had 3 7-footers. 2 of them were in the game, most of the game. We did devise a zone that worked very, very well. It was very effective. And we were able to stay together with them. And we looked like ourselves again. Mm-hmm. We looked like the team that, we knew and loved. Mm-hmm. But we just didn't hit that shot at the end. So then there was today. We started off okay, and my brother wanted to see some other people play, and he played them, and we still were okay, but we lost the game. And they stretched it out at the end. I think we lost by 15. Very low-scoring game, 40-something to 28, something like that. At halftime, it was low. It was real low. Halftime was like 16 to 24, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a very low-scoring game. A lot of defense. We worked hard. So at this point, what are you going to ask me, Doc?
How many more non-conference games you have before the season?
I think there's...
the conference.
Potentially there could be 4, but possibly 3 more if we win one in our next tournament right after Christmas on that Monday and Tuesday.
How are your players handling this? This is such a key.
It's tough on them. They knew they let that one slip away. It's real tough. It's tough for me, but the other 2 coaches assure me, or 3 coaches assure me that hey, with freshman guys, this is what happens.
So that should make up of your team
they're all freshmen.
All freshmen.
Yeah. All first year guys. The one returning guy wasn't able to play. He's 30 and 15, and that hurt us really bad. We had another guy during the summer, Southpaw. They would come down on a 3-on-1 break. He'd pull from the tray and hit it. So, he's another 25 points at least. So we're missing a lot of points out of there.
And let me ask you this. What type of team you have? You have a very athletic team, or you have basketball players, or where are you at with the makeup of your team?
We actually have a very athletic team, and we're trying to teach them how to be basketball players.
Ooh.
We do a lot of drills.
Yeah.
The drills are devised from what we've seen and what they're deficient in. And so we devise the drills, and we've just been drilling them to death. And some of it sticks, some of it doesn't. If we don't do the drills, then when they come against players who are proficient in their fundamentals, we look horrible. But because of our athleticism and the drilling that we've done, we look better. And that's the thing. What's so crazy? We see the progress, as opposed to the summer when in the summer, I think they all were scared and they just did whatever you told them to do, and we got the win.
What about the player leadership? Do they see the progress?
Now, there's a change in the player leadership as well. The gentleman that was scoring the 30 and 15, 30 points, 15 rebounds, he's ineligible. So that our leader.
Wow.
I mean, he was eligible, but he wouldn't be able to graduate.
Right.
So he was like, hey, it's best that you sit out and just wait till next year. So our leadership did fall to the wayside. And the camaraderie that we had, that kind of went out the window too. So we've tried to find some other leaders. And one guy fits the bill. We call him Sarge. He also does the prayer for us, and he's our high scorer. But today we shot like 30%.
Kobe-esque.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Right.
Oh, it was definitely.
He just took a shot at Kobe.
It's still early. I mean, you guys still haven't hit conference yet.
Right.
So even though it's still non-conference, if you can work things out, or try to iron out the kinks, so to speak, before the regular season really starts. From there, you still have a chance to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Get to the postseason.
Yeah. Everybody.
But 0-9, that's
it's preseason, but what counts is the league.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
Hey man, let's get off my losing behind. Doc, what's happening with your son, man?
My son Evan, he's in a ball game.
Who's he play for again?
UC Berkeley.
Okay.
Cal Bears.
What number?
22.
Number
32.
32. Oh, he gonna hear that. He's like, hey, how you don't know my number, Pop? He's what position is that? Safety?
He's a boundary safety, dime package, nickel package. It's funny. Someone came to me today and said, "Well, I heard about your son. They did a report as to who will be getting a lot of playing time because it's bowl season, and they're in a bowl game in Texas, the Armed Forces Bowl against Air Force. So I'm kind of happy about that. I haven't talked to him, so I just let him just chill a little bit. And most important, though, football season is over, as I'm concerned, is those grades. How are those grades going to come out this semester?
Yeah.
So that's my major concern. Right now, he have done what he's supposed to do as far as playing football. Now, let's see, you have done what you're supposed to do as far as your grades is concerned. So that's my major concern. Good to have him home for a couple of days for Christmas. Then he fly out of here to Texas. So,
too bad. You could have brought him here.
Well, he comes back. So if he comes back on the 29th, and I think he got a couple weeks down here.
Oh, good.
So,
Yeah, gotta have.
Did they get a bowl game?
Yeah, they're in a bowl game on the 29th.
What is that game?
On the 29th, 11 a.m. ESPN.
That's December 29th.
December 29th. Yes.
Okay.
Good. That's gonna be good.
Berkeley against
Air Force.
Air Force. Okay, you said that.
Wow.
Yeah, my son plays on. I failed to mention my son plays on the team. He's now he's sixth man. They wonder why he doesn't start, but he does miss some practices. But he's usually studying, and right now he's got A's. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah, what counts.
Yeah, that's what counts.
What
And
counts.
That's what it's for.
in high school, he once was ineligible, and he doesn't want to go through that again. So
Yeah.
he'll miss practice, and he'll tell you, "Hey, I'm missing practice. I got to go study."
There you go.
So he's got the A's, and his mom then kicked him down with some cash.
Yeah,
So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's keep that rolling.
yeah. Learn early that, hey, you produce, you will get paid.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta produce
He's
stuff.
getting paid, and I'm like, that's good because he's out in my pocket.
There you go.
Congratulations.
There you go.
Vince was going, check this out. Now, we got a guy on the team, we call him Speedy. He happens to be, see, you notice. That's his girlfriend's son.
What?
Yeah. I didn't know. He said, oh, that's my mom's boyfriend. I said, what? Vince, oh, man.
Like, wow.
Yeah. Speedy does good for us because he's the fastest guy on the team. What's his real name?
Marcus.
Yeah.
Marcel. Yeah. Marcel.
Yeah. He's a fast
No,
little.
because her other son is Mark.
Yeah, man, that boy is fast.
Marcel.
They go flat. Go, Speedy. Oh, man. He's amazing.
Yeah, he is pretty good.
He's pretty good. Only thing is, he needs to listen to instruction more. He's got the athleticism and the talent, and so there's certain things that we need him to do, and sometimes he doesn't come through. He wants to do what he wants to do, and then get mad if you tell him something else. Then he's like a showman too. He wants to walk the ball up the court between his legs. Okay, now we're going to do JBL. All right, here we go. I'm like, man, if you don't hurry up and get your behind up the court and pass the ball.
That ain't too speedy right there.
No, he's showboating. He's look at me, the high dribble. Hurry up, get your butt down court. I'm like, man. But
tell him you're gonna sit him next to Hank.
Oh, really? Hank hasn't been a factor.
Oh, good.
No, he hasn't been a factor in these last 2 games. The zone that he actually implemented worked real well against the big guys. So
good.
Yeah.
Lucky guess, huh? He finally got one right.
Yeah, that's true. Lucky guess, got one right. So I got to give him his props. You know, that zone worked very, very well. They couldn't do nothing because they couldn't shoot from the outside. And as soon as they threw it inside, then 2 7-footers. Now, they were trying to high-low us, too, and we took that away. So, we were really effective. So whenever we play someone that's big, we're probably going to that zone. We used it, and we stayed with it the whole game, and they just could not get nothing going. They couldn't shoot from the outside. So that was a good
that was
thing.
good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that.
Speedy. That's funny, boy. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh. Shout out to Sun Lady.
Son lady.
And of course, shout out to Smitty too.
Smitty.
Yep,
I thought Smitty was going to be here.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised.
Normally he would give me a call and let me know if he wasn't gonna make it. So
Yeah, but I know he's been busy. This is the time of year when everybody wants their hair done. They need more products, so he's probably been out there.
It's a good thing.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
Double time.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, running around.
Double time.
As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a break right now. We can show his commercial, and we'll come back and finish up with Just Sports.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.
Yeah, back. Just Sports with Sonny Wells. We moving right along. You were saying Serena won that.
Yeah, Serena won the Sports Person of the Year for Sports Illustrated.
Yes, Serena.
Yeah, it's high recognition for any athlete, and she won it. I don't know if it's the first time she's won it or not, but definitely. I mean, that's a huge honor because that's all the athletes around the world, and they decided she was the one who deserved the recognition of being the Sports Person of the Year. That's great.
That was big.
because she almost did the Serena Slam. She was really on a winning streak this year.
Right.
Yeah, she just a game short of taking it off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And she did it
that was one she was
masterfully.
favored.
It was real well.
Favored in to win as well. Yeah, and then I want to see what you gentlemen think about the Carolina Panthers. Do you think they're going to keep their winning streak going?
No.
With the Giants.
He said no.
No, why you say that? Who they play next?
Play the Giants next.
Yeah, the Giants.
So they're going to keep the winning streak.
Yeah. That's funny about.
You said the Giants, right?
Huh?
You said the Giants, right?
Doctor said the Giants.
They're going to keep the winning streak.
No.
Are we talking French fries here?
Put the fries out. No, put the fries out. No problem.
Yeah, I think that they're certainly. I mean, if they get past the Giants, then
They gone to get past the Giants.
Yeah, it'll be up to the coach to decide whether he's going to start to, rest some of the players
And that's
for the playoffs, or else whether he's going to keep it going.
Well, they've clinched home by. They've done everything necessary for the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Unless they just want to keep the winning streak.
Personally, I would let them play. Go for the streak.
Go for the streak.
You don't feel like they would
Somebody
need
get
rest in
injured or
between
something?
there? Because that's always a concern with me with the professional athletes, especially in this day and time, because they're bigger, they're stronger. And
Well, yeah, that's true, but they will have a bye week.
They already have one coming.
No, coming in to the playoffs, they will have a bye week.
Yeah. You get
So I let them
the streak
go.
alive.
Let them go.
But the thing about it is, number one, concerned about the injury factor.
Yeah.
Number two, the concern about the momentum factor. I mean, that you know, that you
Keep
really
the
can't
momentum.
underestimate
That's
that.
what I think.
You
Keep
really
the
can't
momentum.
underestimate that, yeah, because sometimes you break that momentum, and,
Right.
and for some
Yeah.
reason or another,
You don't get back on track.
the team just don't kick back into high gear.
So you're saying go ahead and play.
It's like
You gotta
turning
let
it
'em
off
go.
and
Yeah,
on.
I agree. I agree.
Gotta let 'em go.
Because like you said, you got to carry the momentum with you because you're gonna have the bye week, and you know obviously you want to make sure
I
your
might not
players
play
are
him like the
healthy.
full game,
But
like Doc
once you
was-
get to the
And that's
playoffs,
what-
I
that's
wouldn't
one
do
of the
that.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's out of hand. It's out of hand.
Right.
You know, I shut it down for.
yeah, because it's going to be one and done once you get into the playoffs.
it.
So do your best to keep the momentum.
So do
Because
you-
you got to
you-
keep winning. You got to keep the same amount of energy flow.
So do you play lesser players or more on the sideline players, or do you keep the
No.
same regime
You
coming?
keep your same regimen.
Do you shorten the
Exactly
time, though?
same-
No.
Well, you shorten the time
If you got a
okay.
big
it's
lead,
out of hand.
yeah, you get a
Once you
get a
just a comfortable
20-point
lead.
lead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
from
you
You
there,
know, in
might-
the fourth quarter, then you could have a chance to sit them down.
you got to roll the dice.
Yeah, but
Okay.
for the most part, keep the momentum as best as possible.
Right.
And, you know, keep the synchronicity in the team. You know, the
Synchronicity,
camaraderie.
I like that. I like that. Let me write that down.
Right,
Synchronicity.
Yeah.
That's what my team needs. Some damn synchronicity.
And
We
so
all
far
out
as
of sync.
so far as the local scene, talks are really heating up now for the Chargers, the Rams, and the Raiders.
Oh, coming to LA.
It would certainly help if one of those three organizations would have a winning record coming into LA, because we all know that LA fans definitely will support winners.
Now wait a minute.
But
The
if you're not a
Raiders.
No,
winner coming in,
because
eventually-
Raider fans are loyal. They losers.
Hold on now. If you
now,
remember,
this season is the exception.
Hold on now, but if
for
you
the
remember
most
years
part,
of the
they're just
Coliseum,
loyal anyway.
you remember years of the Coliseum when the Raiders weren't playing too well, was the 8-8 and below. I mean, you might have had a core fan of maybe about 35,000 that would show up at the Coliseum. I'm not talking about against the boys and against the 49ers. I'm talking about against divisional foes,
Right.
excluding the Chargers. I mean, like the Broncos and the Chiefs. Sometimes they draw like 35,000. I mean, that's when the Raiders were mediocre. Now, when they were going for the Super Bowl, then of course they would
They'll
fill
sell
it. The
out.
same way with the Rams.
But you know, people were Al Davis really was in the news infamously,
Sure.
so that affected.
You think that made it? Well, let's put it like this. He was
You know,
he
it's
was
hard
in
to
the news
support,
infamously.
'cause That's
when
why
they were,
I'm not a Raider fan no more.
Well, I
because
think
Al
it's-
Davis.
yeah, but even he was in the news infamously, and they were filling the Coliseum when the Raiders were winning.
Hey,
well,
Vince,
you do have to win.
You know.
if the Raiders came back, would you become a Raider fan again?
Are you must want me to cuss on air. That's it. That's all you want.
Well, you,
Are you going to abandon your 49ers?
I see you got your 48ers,
Yeah,
your 48ers gear on here. You see
You
with the
gonna abandon
48ers
that?
gear on?
I'm Santa Niner. Okay,
Sinner.
I'm Santa Niner.
Oh, my.
That's cool, man.
I know we the 48ers. I didn't.
You know I got that from you, right?
my wish is for them to win one more game.
Yeah.
Because Lord
Well-
knows I was upset when they lost last week
Yeah, that was a tough
against
one. That was a tough one. That was a tough one.
a college alcoholic.
Of the
Johnny
potential,
Yeah, the Browns.
of the potential three teams to come, that are supposedly coming here,
Right.
which one you think has to have the nod to?
You know what? I think number one, if it was the pecking order, probably number one, the Rams, because Kroenke's the one who's actually building the stadium.
Yeah, he's taking
You know,
the most
and he's-
steps.
That's his land.
Yeah, that's his land.
Yeah, he's taking
However,
the most
just
steps.
because he has a stadium, does not necessarily mean it's protocol that they have to get 24 of 32 votes in order for them to approve the move.
That
Now, he
vote is in
can still
January.
do it without that, but the same token, it's going to make it a lot more difficult in terms of a smooth transition. They have all types of ways they can kind of make it difficult for him, even though he can still
Let me
make
get
that
this
move.
right. Let me get this right.
And then number two, I would say probably the Chargers. They got Disney's top executive on their bandwagon.
Yeah.
Really pushing that
Eisner?
envelope. Yeah, and then the third, and last but not least, probably the Raiders.
No, the Chargers.
No, I would say probably the Raiders.
You said the Raiders first.
No.
you said Rams?
No, so the Rams, right? The Chargers, then the Raiders. And now, if I'm making the decision, it's the Raiders. But if you're looking at, in terms of monetarily in the situation at hand right now, definitely the Rams. I mean,
Yeah, he's
It
the
does
strongest.
look like the Rams.
Yeah,
But I would support the Chargers. I wouldn't support either the Rams or the Raiders.
But probably it'll be 2 out of 3. It'll probably be 2 out of 3 teams. Either way, it looks like we're going to have football in Los Angeles next year.
So
I
we're
don't know.
looking
Is
at-
that that's?
USC was my football team. we really don't need no, especially a losing team coming here. Like you said, it would be better if we had a winning team.
No, they came
But
in
now
winning,
we got
man. All
now
three
we got
teams.
to get somebody else's recycled, our own recycled.
Where you go,
teams.
you're
Our own recycled
get a
team
losing
back.
team here. You're gonna get a losing.
So
team
look,
here.
do we get two teams, two professional teams, one in Inglewood and one in Carson? Is that what it looks like right now?
Well, the Carson move had to be two. It had to be two teams, like the Rams. I mean, the Raiders and the Chargers. For the Carson project.
Yeah, because it depends on who's
Inglewood
building
project.
the stadium.
Yeah. No,
So
Who's
mean
gonna
that
build that stadium?
Those two teams will occupy the one stadium?
Yeah,
See, that's
they were
That's tricky. That's
That's a little
because-
tricky.
because-
And the guy from the Rams, he got his own money and everything. He's
Right. Now
he's set.
Now,
Yeah,
now,
he doing his thing.
with the NFL bylaws, they specifically state that you cannot have two teams from the same division occupy the same venue.
Yeah, that's
now
counterproductive.
now in New York,
Well,
it's
they're
okay
not.
because one is NFC, one is AFC.
That's
Yeah.
the Rams.
That's different.
That's the Rams and
No,
Oh,
New
yeah,
York. Yeah,
yeah,
New York.
yeah.
Talking about the Giants and the
yeah,
Jets.
yeah. I see.
Yeah.
that.
Right, but with the Chargers and the Raiders, you
They're
have
both
both of
AFC.
them.
They're
Yeah,
both
right.
AFC.
So one's going to have to relocate, and one's going to have to shift up.
So that means it's
That's
impossible
be-
from the jump.
No, it's not impossible. They would have to shift the same way. You know, Seattle.
They'd have to go over to the NFC.
Yeah,
That's-
but you
I
know,
know.
Seattle was NFC at one time.
They
I mean,
still
AFC. They were AFC one time.
They
They
were?
shifted over to the NFC.
I don't think the owners.
They can do that.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so
really
either.
don't think that's
I don't
going to
think so.
happen.
Well, the vote is January the 24th.
I think the Rams are
We'll
going to
see
come.
how it pans out. there.
I think pretty much the Rams are going to come because I think they're reporting in St. Louis
Uh-huh.
that this last
Broncos
game
not gonna- yeah.
may be their last game there.
Right.
You know that's
But
you know,
San
that's
Diego said the same
publicly.
thing.
But they're basically publicly announcing it.
Right, but the same token, St. Louis is coming back with a really strong proposal.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure.
trying to bring in.
Yeah, but he don't want it. He want out.
Right. Now, it's
That's what
another
sounds like
the
possibility.
most.
It's another
That's why I think he's
possibility.
coming.
It's another possibility that the Rams can move, and then you have another team to relocate from wherever they are, a la Jacksonville,
Not
to
happening.
like St. Louis. It's a possibility.
It is not happening.
Well, but if you have a stadium there that's state of the art in St. Louis, once they build it, you might have some team to relocate there.
To St. Louis,
Oh yeah, well the Rams did it.
and then Rams gone.
Well, the Rams, the Rams. Look how long they stayed.
So what's the problem?
The-
Why
the-
the Rams couldn't stay?
Well, that's because he sees that the L.A. market's open, and he can make 3 times as much down here. Now, when the L.A. market is closed, then if another market, a la Jacksonville, if they move from Jacksonville to St. Louis, their franchise might triple in value.
Yeah, but Jacksonville got to start winning.
What they would rather have a team there than not have a team at all.
Good for the
You know what I'm
economy.
saying?
I don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, that's why the real estate around the Inglewood area is already doubling and tripling.
Speaking
Yeah.
of that, they're already talking about building condominiums and new townhomes all down Market Street,
Yeah.
or Inglewood.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
had a community meeting with that a couple of days ago, saying that they're going to be a brand new, just lined up around Market Street where it's pretty much barren now, and you have, little beauty shops and maybe clothing stores, low end clothing stores there, and a couple of those movie theaters that are long past. They're going to redevelop that and turn that into something that's really nice.
Over on
Right,
the
man, for the,
on the
NFL.
Florence side, Florence and La Brea in that area, I was told that there's a barbershop that's there called the New U, and I spoke with the owner yesterday, and he came through and he was telling me about how day before yesterday, he was telling me about how the owner of that building is going to be selling it because it's prime real estate right now. He can get a good
Telling you,
dollar.
yeah, things are real
and they're
estate.
going to tear that down and renovate that whole area
Whole
because
area,
across the street
yeah.
is that vacant lot. And then they're going to do something there with, stores and eateries, I guess, and that sort of thing because the train is coming through.
That too, yeah, right.
And that stop is somewhere along in that area. And so, they're anticipating a lot of foot traffic.
Right. Also, I want to give a shout out to Linda, my friend Linda, but also want to ask, shout out to Linda, but want to switch gears right quick and shift it over to Big D, Doc. What's going on with your boys? What's happening with your boys?
Which boys?
When I say the boys, there's only one boy, and you know who I'm talking about.
I know.
The Cowboys.
We are just playing out this season.
Hey, did somebody get thrown out the game?
Who?
You talking about the Clippers, right?
No.
No?
My Clippers are fine right now. We lost tonight, but we're still fine. We're good. Talking about the Cowboys.
Talking about the Cowboys.
Oh.
We didn't want to make you sick.
Yeah, I thought you was talking about something.
We are the Cowboys. We are. It's
the Cowboys.
The Cowboys. It's a slow death situation we are in. A definite slow death situation. We just got to get through this season. And I don't even feel too bad about the state that we're even in.
So you're giving up on the playoffs?
Y'all really had potentially had a good season until the injury. The injury is what did it, because y'all potentially really had a good season. The playoffs, the playoffs were practically yours.
The injury part of the game,
because the rest of the division, basically was floundering.
I think that the division itself is floundering, but you look at the NFL as a whole right now. There've been teams that started out winning 5 or 6 games in the beginning of the season. With just Green Bay, you can take Atlanta. Started not
Cincinnati.
Green Bay. Green Bay don't basically fall into that category. But
you mean drop? Okay.
But starting out winning 5 or 6 games in the beginning of the season, then they start losing 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, Green Bay did that too. Green Bay, remember Green Bay hit a stretch for about 4 out of 5.
Something like that.
Yeah, but they turned it around. But
they still in good shape. But the NFL as a whole, I mean, the inconsistency in these teams this year has been tremendous. There's only been about 3 to 4 teams who have really consistently played and won. So if we just could have held on a little bit, we might have had a shot.
Y'all really did have a shot.
And it's still not too late, right? I mean, mathematically.
Well, that mathematically thing,
yeah, that's kind of.
It's like having a thread and you holding on to it, and somebody just come blow it and you gone.
Mathematically, that's an excuse.
I really like that. You're out, but you can hang on for another week.
How about those Lakers? They won a game.
Yeah, the Lakers won a game.
Let's play that clip.
And play the clip for people jump in and start talking about Kobe. Play the clip first. Play the slam dunk Kobe did.
Yeah, Kobe. Yeah.
Play the slam that Kobe did.
But make sure you play that final score too.
We already know it.
Okay, all right. Check that out.
Whap. That was Kobe.
Well, P.
He felt like himself. He felt like Kobe on that moment.
Hey,
he tasted that one. He tasted that one.
Volume was on the great.
That was Kobe for you.
Allegedly.
You look at the fact that even
Hold on. Look at the facts. Look at his resume. Allegedly.
That's Kobe right there. That's what Kobe doing some Kobe right there.
Kobe Bryant, what a joke. Kobe Bryant, what a joke.
No, see.
Crippled that organization. I will say it.
You can't say Kobe is a joke.
Why not?
Because he is a legend.
He's a legend.
Period.
Is he a legend for missing the most shots in NBA history?
That don't count. He is a legend. He a legend.
If you want to count that legend, there's several guys on that list that are legends.
Well, let's put it like this. Not like Kobe.
Why not like Kobe? What's the difference?
You mean a bigger legend?
What is the difference?
Kobe is the biggest legend? Is that what you're saying?
Let's say, I'd say arguably he's the most overrated player in NBA history.
Come on. Get out of here.
He could have been in the Hall of Fame. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
He must have a little
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
No.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Wait a minute. Hold on now, fellas. Before you guys throw darts at me.
No, we're throwing darts. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Kobe. Why can't we throw darts at you? You're throwing fiery darts.
Look at the man's field goal percentage.
Put 5 to the dart.
He aiming at Kobe.
If anyone knows, especially Sonny knows, that when you take horrible shots, you ruin team chemistry, and it's like a turnover.
They ain't got no team chemistry. They ain't working with nothing.
He not the same Kobe. He not the same Kobe. You know that. He not the same Kobe now. You know that.
It's not the same team.
I'm sure it ain't the same team.
He has done that throughout his career, fellas.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
I'm not disputing he's going to the Hall of Fame.
So you can't say he's.
But you said he's overrated, so you must be disputing that.
Exactly.
You have to be disputing
Yeah,
he's
how you
going to
think
the Hall of
Kobe Bryant's
Fame.
overrated?
You say he's overrated.
Right, that's the rate you want to reach, the Hall of Fame.
Overrated.
Anything over Hall of Fame is what you're saying?
No.
He's
not
going over, above Hall of
I say he
Fame?
should be there.
Hall of Fame?
Not even close.
Get him!
man.
Get him!
And you know what? We coming back next week. We're going to start off right there. He shouldn't be in the Hall of
Let me
Fame.
prove my
Hey,
point.
what's wrong with you tonight? What's
Let
wrong?
me prove my point. I have said it from day one. I have been consistent about Byron
That
Scott.
don't make you
about
right.
The Lakers.
That don't make you
Kobe
right.
Bryant.
That was
I'm
you talking about
definitely
day
right.
one of this season. Everybody know the season was jacked up.
No, I'm not saying this season. When you look at all the years that Kobe Bryant has put the Lakers in precarious situations, he's had so many other players to make up for those mistakes. Now,
How many
those players
championships
are-
have they won since he been there?
You need my
How
glasses.
many championships?
You watching the wrong?
Ain't nobody should.
How many
How many?
should?
You're
How
a
many
historian.
championships should they
How
won?
many factual
Absolutely
championships that he has
They
won?
should've
That he
won.
has helped
You
the
watch it
Lakers
with
to
header
win?
glasses
How
on.
many?
They should have won 15.
You watch it with header glasses on.
God, I should have been rich, but I'm not.
You watching it with them 3D
I had
glasses.
opportunity to be rich.
You
I'm
watching
not.
with 3D glasses.
But what you talking about?
If you look at the fact that that's supposed to be the greatest 1-2 tandem in the history of the game, which is an outright joke. Ask Shaq behind the scenes when he's not in front of the public how he really feels about the ball hog and Kobe.
He
Bryant.
already said it.
The Shaq-
He already said it. And Shaq said he played with
The
both.
Shaq-
No,
Tell me
Shaq
some
said
facts.
it.
You
Shaq
talk
said it on air.
Well, what did
We'll give you
Shaq
facts.
tell you?
Well,
Tell me some facts. What did
all
Shaq
right,
tell you?
Shaq-
What did Shaq
the-
tell
the-
you?
the-
We need to
You
get
just
that interview.
said that is Shaq's, that is Kobe's
Where's
fault.
that interview at?
That this tandem haven't had more championships.
I said that
You
won
just
way
said
more.
that.
Way more.
Way more.
Way
So
more.
what you have? What
I said
have
that
Shaq
you won
told you?
15
What have
championships.
Shaq told you?
15 championships.
What have Shaq told you?
Look at what the man
What
has
have
done throughout
Shaq
his career
told you?
from day one.
What have Shaq told you?
From day one.
Okay, so that's why he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, because he didn't win
Look at-
15
look at the
championships?
stats. Look at the
Why
stats.
shouldn't he be in the Hall of
Look at
Fame?
the man's
You
stats.
tell me right
No, I'm
now
telling you
why
right now.
he should not
Look
be
at
in the
man's
Hall of
stats.
Fame.
I want to
The
tell
man
y'all
has
something.
Tell me
won
his
the
stats.
organization.
Tell me his
Shaq
stats that will keep
I
him
wanna tell
out of the
something
Hall of
Shaq
Fame.
said.
He was a-
Tell
if
me
he's
his
supposed to be the
stats
greatest
that will
player-
keep
that's
him
good stuff.
out of the Hall of Fame.
Okay, go-
Hey, we got
me,
some.
Pete.
I will definitely
Tell
tell
me.
Hey, we got
Tell me.
some. We got some of here. Tell him what Shaq said. Wait. Tell him what Shaq said.
Shaq was asked the question, which one did he better like playing with since he played with LeBron and Kobe?
Right.
He said
He played with LeBron
Kobe.
for a short period of time.
He said Kobe.
No. Why you always got to justify the answer?
justifying.
Let
I'm
the
not
man
justifying.
answer.
I'm not
Why
justifying.
you always got to
I'm not
justify the
justifying.
answer?
I'm not justifying
Let
at all.
the
Go
man
ahead.
answer.
Go ahead.
Let him
Go ahead.
answer.
Go ahead.
Let him
He said
answer.
Go ahead.
The reason why he liked playing with Kobe better is because he had the eye of the tiger. And LeBron did not have it. He said he has a
He
killer
played with LeBron.
instinct.
Look when he played with LeBron, and look how long he played with LeBron.
No,
know
it's
right.
direct comparison. He played with both.
But how long did he play
He
with both?
played with both.
Right, but how
That
long
doesn't
did he
make
play
any
with
difference how
Why
long
you,
you play.
why you always got to have an extenuating circumstance to whatever we
Kobe
come up
Bryant has
with
won that
Kobe Bryant?
organization.
Why
He has
you
won
always
that
got to have an
organization,
extenuating
and I'm telling you right
circumstance
now,
He's a
that
Kobe
comes
hater.
with Kobe
The Lakers have a
Bryant? Bottom
nightmare,
line,
man.
Kobe hater.
Yeah, he's a Kobe hater.
Thank you.
Kobe hater. Kobe hater. Kobe hater.
You are the president of the Kobe haters.
President of the Kobe Hater Club.
I'm glad somebody finally said it.
First of all-
Kobe hater.
First of all, I know
Kobe
where you
hater
Kobe
glasses.
hater.
Okay,
He wearing Kobe
Fellas,
hater
Few things.
glasses.
Wait.
we
Few
will
things.
definitely pick this up.
Few things. Next week we're not picking it up, Sonny,
Thank
because
you.
it's Christmas.
Thank
so
you,
we won't
man.
be here.
Okay, we won't be here next week because it's Christmas.
We need to have a show just for Kobe debate.
Absolutely.
Okay, when we come back, that's what we're going to do.
Pierre versus the panel.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we out of here. Just Sports with Sonny Wells.
You
Play the music, baby. We out of here.
We get finished with you. You'll be crawling under that door. You'll be